Bien, ahora nos vamos al mundo de la creatividad. Vamos a entrevistar a J.B. Miller, CEO y presidente de Empire Entertainment, una empresa que desarrolla creatividad, una agencia de creatividad que está explorando nuestro mercado, está viendo oportunidades en Latinoamérica. Ellos tienen presencia en varios países. Vamos a conversar con el CEO de esta importante organización. J.B., how are you? Thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Please introduce your business. What do you do?
Sure. Well, I have a long background in the entertainment industry, working in television and concerts and event production. And about 20 years ago, I started my company, Empire, in New York City. And since that time, we have grown. Effectively, we serve large corporations, governments, not-for-profits, and individuals. And we produce all different kinds of events, concerts, meetings, broadcasts, whatever the world requires.
It's a below-the-line agency.
You could say that, but I think we're a little different. We are a creative production company that is not limited to just brand marketing work or just to producing
not just execution, but also the creative part.
Absolutely. The creative, I think, is even more important than the execution.
Okay. Is creative work attached to technology in your case?
Absolutely.
In what places?
I mean, now much of the work that we have to do is increasingly live streamed. Much of it is broadcast. Much of it is linking live events in multiple countries in many instances. The social media content that is being created in most of the events that we have now requires that. And a lot of the projects that we work on are on behalf of technology companies like Microsoft, Google, and others. And they absolutely require state-of-the-art application of technology.
So you develop by your own, or you go with third parties, like supporters around technology? You have your own technology? Are you a producer of your technology?
It depends on the project, but in many instances we're using existing technologies and we're innovating them in an event context. For example, we recently worked on a large not-for-profit event in New York for a charity called Charity Water. They raise water projects in New York. And we used an RFID technology, a radio frequency technology, on all of the guests at the event. So when it came time to auction and to make bids, instead of having to raise their hands or enter something in a kiosk, they could basically bid or give money by moving into different places in the event. And in using this technology, as it recorded you moving around and put your name and your donation on a big screen, we were able to raise almost $3 million in about 15 minutes.
Wow.
It was the first time that technology had been used in that way.
Excellent.
Yes.
Creativity is, in some countries of this part of the world, creativity is, I think, very well developed. Brazil and Argentina, for instance, they have very good work around creativity. Have you found another country under your map of interest?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think the Latin America division is in many senses growing out of our experience in Asia. About 10 or 15 years ago, our clients began asking us to help them execute their projects in Tokyo, Taiwan, Hong Kong, increasingly in China, Shanghai, and Seoul. So in order to serve those clients, we began to execute projects in those marketplaces. And what we discovered is as soon as we began to set up an office there, we started to have clients from that region joining our company and asking to work with us. So today, our Asia division, which is headquartered in Tokyo, serves almost every major Asian brand and corporation throughout the region, as well as serving European brands that are now executing their work in Asia as well. What we see in Latin America looks very much like what Asia looked like several years ago. Growing prosperity, increasing economic activity, growth, more consumers with more money to spend and disposable income.
In terms of demand in the markets, right?
Absolutely. We see Latin America as a whole as a very dynamic market and a perfect opportunity to repeat the successful formula that we did in Asia.
Is Peru a potential hub for the local office?
Absolutely, for a few reasons. I've been to Peru several times now. I really love the country. I love the people. I think
What do you love the most?
The warmth. I just have good friends here, and they make me feel welcome and home, and I really enjoy it.
What about our food?
I love the food and the drink,
too.
of course. We'll go out afterwards. But I find that there's a warmth here. Certainly the accessibility of the airport is very important. It's easy to travel here. I think it is central.
Yeah, but these are conditions favorable to you. I mean, by coming here, and you can save time and you move quickly. But what about the market itself? Do you find good reasons to put a hub here, to install a hub here?
I think so. I mean, number one among them is the World Bank and IMF that's going to come here. That's going to focus the world's attention on an economic basis on Latin America, but specifically here in Lima. And I think as the world takes notice of that, even as other major events like World Cup soccer in Brazil and the Olympics, of course, in Brazil, bring attention to Latin America, Lima is going to be a center for that, and I think it's a good opportunity for us. We're also focused on Lima because two of our managing directors, Hernando Valenas and Christian Daly, are originally from Lima and working out of New York City now with us.
Okay. And your idea is to set up an office that can help other markets from here, or you will set up different offices around the American markets?
Ultimately, I think our plan is to have a series of offices set up throughout Latin America. Initially, we are here because we want to assess and identify ways to serve the clients that are now coming to us and asking us to activate for them throughout Latin America. But we're also here now, today, meeting with a variety of companies and partners and other entities.
What are you looking for? Do you want a partner here? Do you want a franchisee? What's your idea around?
I think what we're really looking for is sophisticated brand marketers or new companies, entrepreneurial companies that are going to define the future of business in Peru. And we want to work with them and engage with them early and let them know that they have the ability to access the same high-level creativity, the same high-level execution that the largest world-class brands in the world are using.
What kind of support you will give to them?
Certainly, we'll work with them on developing branding campaigns.
Will you transfer technology, for instance?
Yeah, of course. In our world, as producers,
we're very well connected.
We are extraordinarily connected. We produce some of the most high-profile events in the world with some of the most high-profile people in the world. Worked with everybody from President Clinton and Secretary of State Clinton to Vice President Biden, from Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera to the inventors of Instagram.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe Humala, our president, can hire services from some of the...
We can talk about that afterwards. Of course.
No, it's for sure. Political clients could be a good niche.
Yes, actually many of the meetings that we're taking now are with government agencies that are looking to develop Peru as a commercial entity for export elsewhere. And I think there's a lot that we can do and are doing now. We currently have major contracts for the Brazilian government, major contracts for the Korean government, major contracts for the Japanese government to help, and recently the Russian government, to help them tell their story of their enterprises, their companies, and their economic export models in an event marketing way, both on a business-to-business basis and on a business-to-consumer basis. We think we can offer that to Peru and Latin America.
And the entertainment side of the business.
The best part.
The best part, the funniest, right?
Yes.
Which type of events do you develop?
We develop every kind of event, but I'll give you some examples of just some recent things. Last week, we produced for Lincoln Center in New York City the tribute to Barbara Streisand, one of the biggest stars in America. President and Hillary Clinton, as I mentioned, were part of that. We had great performers like Tony Bennett and Liza Minnelli and Wynton Marsalis, but also comedic talent like Ben Stiller on that program. The next day, we worked and produced an event called the Time 100 for Time Magazine, the 100 most influential people in the world.
Huge ones.
Yes, they're very large celebrity events, and they are designed and produced with an eye towards reaching the globe and the world with influence.
Excellent, JB. Good to know that you have interest in our market. Please let us know some contact information where the people can contact you.
Well, right now we are headquartered out of our New York City and our Tokyo headquarters. You can certainly reach out to empireentertainment.com, and you can respond to us through our website there, and you can also learn a lot about our company through that.
So the opportunity is served, right?
Yes.
So everybody can, with interest, can contact you and get more information.
Absolutely. We are looking at Latin America as a long-term opportunity to grow, and we are looking for partners and friends and clients and everyone.
Everybody's welcome. Huh?
Of course.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for your time.
JB Miller, CEO y presidente de Empire Entertainment, estuvo con nosotros presentándonos una oportunidad de negocio. Como ustedes han podido apreciar, está servida a la mesa. Volvemos con más tras la pausa, señores.